Hey y'all, happy New Year's Eve. How y'all doing? Hey, hey Curtis. Happy New Year's Eve to you. Just making sure everything's set up. I think I did an okay job today. I think we're all right. Okay, let's get this party started. You know what? Y'all, oh my goodness. I don't want to be around anyone. Okay. So let me tell you. So last night I was trying to write out my list for topics and stuff like that, like to get stuff cracking for the new year. So I started to go down this like rabbit hole of stuff. Like before we even get started, we're going to start. That's why today's video has to be a little lighter. So welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. We talk about when we want to talk about, when we're ready to talk about it. And hey, I'm Berg, and my co-host is this duck over here that says powered by StreamYard. And if you want my co-host to go away, you could go ahead for 70 cents a day and sponsor your girl rolling down at the bottom. Yeah, rolling at the bottom. Cash App, Venmo, support the channel, or just hit the like button. You don't have to do anything. You being here is enough. And I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all, we at 11K. So it's 11K celebration. Thank you. We had a goal for New Year's Eve for January 1st. Our goal was 10K, and it's really cool to like have a goal sometimes, because I get kind of disappointed if I don't reach my goals, but it's not like devastating as long as you put the work in. And I appreciate you guys for telling people about me, sharing the videos, enjoying the content, all of that good stuff. So I'm trying to put out more newsworthy stories, more stories that affect my area as well. So trying to do stuff like that, and it gets a little heavy sometimes. So just we're gonna lighten it up this afternoon, because I know I'll be back this evening before the clock strikes 12. Okay, it's close to midnight. All right. So y'all, so I was over here just doing my research, writing my list out, and it was some heavy stories I came across. One was, of course, Wendy. If you guys haven't seen, I've been posting about this young lady named Wendy. Her dad is Dan Davis, and he became missing over there in Marionette Park, Illinois, which is not too far. It's west of Dalton. It's not too far. He works at Bourbon Street, and me and my friends, we used to frequent Bourbon Street a lot. It's like, especially for concerts, Bourbon Street is not as popular as it used to be, I don't think, because I was like, but I'm older now, I don't go out as much, but they used to have some really cool concerts and stuff. And her dad has been there for 25 years. He's been working there for 25 years, and this is so close to home. So he's been missing since November the 24th. Okay. Was the last time someone saw her dad. He got into a car accident. Let me pull this up on TikTok right quick. He got into a car accident, and what made me share it was a lot of people around here think that 115th and Cicero, something like that, is so far. Like, he could really walk down Cicero and end up in my neighborhood, like, for real. You know what I mean? It's not far at all. And I just want to play this first. In case you guys do know people, share the video. Um, in case you do know people that may be looking, that share. You know what I didn't? I shared this video, but you know what I was thinking? I was like, you know what? And everybody thinks they have this bright idea, like when someone goes missing. Did you check this? Did you check that? Did you check that? And she explains, yeah, I checked at all of the obvious places. So he got to like Blue Island. He got to like, that's what I mean. Like, if we're in the Dalton Harvey area, keep your eye out, and then keep your eye out for somebody that could be bearded. You know what I mean? A bearded, hey guys, I want to make sure a bearded guy, because she shows her dad clean shaving in a lot of the footage. And I just was like, hey, you know what? What if he's just going around and his beard is grown out or something like that, if he could grow a beard out. And I'm sure she thought of that, but maybe she doesn't have those kind of pictures of her dad. But keep an eye out. So let's listen to Wendy a little bit. This is her search update, and then I'm gonna go from there. Okay. Um, us in the Southland, just look out. Don't look at someone and just think that, if you see something wrong, say something. What I didn't like, make it really fast. So Wendy's dad got into a car accident. His car was totaled. The person that he hit or who hit him, their car was totaled. All right, Cook County Sheriff's Department came and picked him up, right? Gave him a ride to work, had his car towed, and as he gets out the car, okay, as he get out the car, he stumbles. He goes into work. Then they catch him leaving out of work, and he's walking down the neighborhoods like just walk, like Ring doorbells are catching him just walking around, just disoriented. So they got the dogs, the search dogs, and they follow him to this train yard, the scent to 127th in Blue Island, but then the scent just gave out and he's just missing. So Wendy explains to us that she's her only her dad is her only relative in Chicago and vice versa. It's just them two here in Chicago. He has the same friends, he goes to the same places. He's a pretty normal guy. And he just vanished into thin air. And this is just weird. So, hey, Brandon. Hey, Scott. Hello, Mama Hill. Happy New Year, everybody. So let's listen to the follow-up of Wendy, and then I'm going to come right back. So I just wanted to put that out there because we're all following, sharing, people have like a volunteer list. She does have if you have and y'all stop being so cruel. So somebody sent her like an AI video of her dad. I hate the computer, sometime of the internet. So this is what happens. Wendy and her mom actually they're giving out $500 reward if you have any footage of him after November the 26th of her dad, like any kind of Ring doorbell footage or anything. They're giving it out, and people are being so cruel, trying to trick her up like we saw your dad here. So here's a little clip of Wendy just so you guys can hear. And my heart goes out to her because a missing person, no closure, not knowing what's happening. They have started searching the bodies of water nearby. So I think that's Lake Calumet over that way. So they are searching the water for her dad. And it's so cold out. And I just hope for the best. I hope somebody just took him in. I hope like people was asking her to check ice, and she has done that. I just hope it's one of those hospital situations where no one knew who this guy was, and he's just in a hospital somewhere, or a warming shelter somewhere. It's just scary. So let's listen a little bit. Oh, and I wanna say this, and y'all know I say this all the time because I want to preface. I want to say this, but I want to say my Dalton peeps that follow me, and Southland peeps, please, please, please pay attention because this is not far from home. So that is an area he could be very much so walking. Take Cicero all the way down, take Pulaski all the way down, take Halstead all the way down. Very much so be in our area too. So everyone keep your eyes open. They said that he was walking around asking where Bourbon Street is. So Bourbon Street is the name of the restaurant. However, people were saying they're still even checking like if someone would have gave him a ride to Bourbon Street in Louisiana, like they're really looking for this guy. So I hope we find him.
I wanted to talk a little. Annoying when people say, I can't believe my video blew up, but like genuinely, it blows my mind how big these get every single time I post something like this. So just before I even say anything, thank you so much to everyone who even cares a little bit, who even cares enough to leave a comment, who cares enough to share the video, to print their own flyers, to ask how they can help from whatever state you're in. It's insane. And if there's anything encouraging to me about this whole thing, it's the support from the entire world. So again, for anyone new, this is about my dad who has been missing since November 25th from the South Chicago area. We have no videos, no evidence, no nothing of him since November 26th. So from then, he has seemingly just vanished, which is what makes this whole thing cuckoo bananas bizarro. So speaking of videos, though, I did mention in my last video how we're offering a reward for anybody who has video of my dad in between November 26th and today. And if you have a video that you think is pretty sure my dad, you can send it to finddandavis@gmail.com. But I did just want to say, please do not send anything to this email unless it's a video. Even photos we can't really accept because of AI nowadays, and it's just super hard to verify if a photo is even real or not. We actually already dealt with somebody a couple days ago that sent in an AI-generated like security camera screen grab of my dad, and the background was so messed up. It wasn't even like, it was so obviously AI, and it was so stupid. First of all, I don't even know how slimy of a human being you have to be to even try to do that to his family in the investigation. And like, what do you even get out of that? It's not like I can't give you the time of day. Anyways, just saying, video only. It's not a tip line. It's not for suggestions. It's as much as we love and appreciate all of that. Please just try to keep that to the comments. Or again, you can follow our Find Dan Davis Facebook page where you can post, you can message us. Please try to only email video to the email. Okay, there's thousands and thousands of comments on these videos. The majority of the questions that people are asking are ones that I answered in the video or in the descriptions that evidently no one read. So the most obvious things: hospitals, homeless shelters, detention centers, jails, bodies of water, blah, 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 blah. Yes, obviously we are checking all of these places. Again, I appreciate everyone who cares, everyone who's suggesting things. I get it. Thank you so much. But I mean, yes, those are like day one things that we checked. Yes, all of those things are being constantly checked. The main update that I have for today is that we finally got the body cam footage from the car accident that my dad got in before he went missing. A lot of people were curious about the details of this car accident, and we were too until I just looked at the footage. So just to briefly explain, on November 24th at around 11:30 p.m., my dad got into a car accident with another driver. It was a head-on collision type thing, and they both like slid into the parking lot of a fire station that was conveniently right there off the side of the road. So EMS and the ambulance and all the people were just there anyway. So my dad was not visibly injured. Neither was the other driver. Both cars had to get towed, and the responding officer dropped my dad off at his place of work, which is 115 Bourbon Street. I watched all the footage of my dad because I wanted to see if the officers had like missed any behavior, like clear behavior that my dad is off or had a stroke or like was suffering something. And I hate to say it, but it's really not obvious at all. I watched all the footage, and my dad is coherent. He's making jokes. He's laughing. He's talking with the police officers in a somewhat normal way. Like, he's shaken up from the accident, but there's no like slurring of words. He's not falling over. He's not doing anything like super obvious that they would, check him for. Now, once the police officer drops my dad off at Bourbon Street, he does visibly like stumble on the curb a little bit when he's trying to walk inside. So that's the only detail where I'm like, if I was the officer, I would have asked him if he's okay one more time, or I would have walked him inside or something there. But you know what? whatever. Now to go back a little bit and talk about the freight train theory that I brought up in my last video. To refresh you, we had a bloodhound track my dad's scent trail to his last known location, which is kind of in front of the entrance to this rail yard in Chicago. It's like a big freight yard where there's a bunch of like freight trains parked all the time. There's a bunch of lumber. There's a bunch of crap in there and it's huge. One of the main theories that everybody is bringing up is that what if my dad found his way onto a freight train and then ended up somewhere wherever the freight goes? I don't know. I still think it's highly unlikely just due to my dad's physical state mainly. Even if those trains were not inspected at all, there were no cameras, nobody there, which is not the case. They are inspected and heavily monitored. And anyway, even if that were the case, I'm mainly saying it's unlikely just to my dad's physical condition. Like in all the videos we have of him, he like can't even work his way around a car. He's stumbling over curbs. He's tripping. So if he were to see a wall of freight trains, I highly doubt that he will suddenly have the magical like ability to climb a ladder into a train or like work his way into a crevice or lay on the platform or like, you know what I mean? However, I'm not totally negating the theory. Some people think I am. I'm not. I looked up where these freight trains go and they go through Ohio. No, Iowa. Hello? They go through Iowa and end up in Council Bluffs. So I've already been in touch with the Council Bluffs Police Department and the rail security over there at that station. I joined all the Facebook groups and I made a bunch of posts just in case my dad somehow ended up in Iowa or along that freight track trail, whatever. Since we have nothing else to work off of right now, it is still a theory. Until we can totally negate it, it's still an option. So we are looking into it. Another current update, we are working on having some other search and rescue teams come in from other states. They're going to bring in their own dogs and other technology and stuff and try to offer some more help in addition to what we've already been doing. This includes checking bodies of water in the area again. Once again, with no like certified answers of where my dad went since November 26th, we don't know if he's in the state, in the city. We don't know if he's in a rural area or a city or anything. We have all of the search and rescue resources at our fingertips, but we can't tell them where to go without knowing where my dad could possibly be. So everybody who's commenting, check this state or check this town, like think about what you're saying for a second. How do you expect us to check? It's physically impossible to just check, insert huge area here. You know what I mean? But that's the point of these videos. That's the point of the news and social media. We're spreading the word to these areas so that people there can keep their own eyes out because it's impossible to check the entire country for my dad right now. So yeah, I believe those are all the solid updates that I have for now, but I just want to like talk a little bit about this. It's just like with so little evidence that we have of him this entire last month, I'm shocked that people are so drawn to this story because like there's not a whole lot of action involved. Like there's no like crazy crime documentary theories, like a crazy relative might have got him or like there's blood everywhere or there's no person of interest. There's nothing like super interesting about this except for the fact that he just vanished. And my dad was a normal fucking guy. Like he went to the same 3 places all the time. He never went on vacation. He never missed a day of work. He only hangs out with the same few people. I'm his only family member in Chicago. Like he's a very standard, very minimalist guy. So maybe that's what makes it so interesting is that this type of thing can really just happen to normal ass people like that with no like ill intentions or history of anything. Or once again, just thank everyone. Thank you to everyone who cares and who is sharing and keeping up with our Facebook page, which again is Find Dan Davis on Facebook. If you want to keep up with daily updates, my mom runs that page and she's doing an incredible job. Word is spreading like wildfire around my dad's hometown, which again is Bloomington, Indiana. People keep asking that. Bloomington, Indiana, which is obviously great. I don't know how he would end up down there without a car, but I think that's all I have for now. I will obviously keep updating the more that we find. Oh, I do want to show one more thing. I went inside my dad's apartment a few days ago just to check around to make sure we didn't miss any details, whatever. He does have this plant, which he's kept alive since I was born. This was gifted to him when I was born, like almost 30 years ago. So I stole it so it doesn't die. She's a big, long vine and goes all the way around the window. And there's another little vine down here. We call it the Wendy plants because we're the same age. Okay, anyway, that's it. Thanks for listening again. I'll keep y'all updated.
Get the phone on the handle and open it. Yeah, that's how we make sure no one gets it.
Won't get out. Thank you.
All right, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
So he was walking after he got dropped off, he was walking into his job, but he was stumbling like just to get up there. The sheriff, he just says, oh, he's all right. And he lets him go into work. Not blaming the sheriff or anything like that, but once he got into his job, from what we hear from Wendy, like 2 people were there basically working, like 2 people that worked in the same place. That place is pretty big. And they basically just waved at him and said hello and kept on going. So I wanted to just keep sharing the story, because one thing that kind of made me double take her story, like to listen to it all the way through, is she said in one of her lives, she was like, yeah, if you were looking at him, he just looks like some drunk guy walking around, right? Even though he had just gotten an accident. So it wasn't that he was like when the police picked him up, he wasn't inebriated or anything like that. But I had to think, like, how many times do we pass someone and then we be like, yeah, that's some drunk dude, or what dude over here looking for, or something like that, or they're a little tipsy and we really don't know the story. So I wanted to just share that, and hopefully it did start to hit people closer home. So just keep your eyes out. If you see someone, sort of with that description, let's not forget, like, what if we see him and he has hair all over his face and all of that stuff? It doesn't look like the picture that Wendy sent out. Just keep an eye out, and maybe, call someone if you see someone just hanging out and don't know where to go, because he was definitely, like they said, like walking around looking for work, looking for his job. After he left his job, he didn't know how to get back to his job. And I wonder how long he was at work, I think he came in and left right out. I don't know. But yeah, check. I'll definitely keep y'all updated. And we're praying for you, Wendy and family. Okay, guys. So I wanted to talk about, so I told you I was back to the subject. I was sitting around just scrolling yesterday looking for things to talk about. And I found some weird. TikTok is a weird place, because you'll just find a little bit of everything that you didn't even think you needed to talk about. So yesterday I found out, now it was some hard stories, then it was some odd stories. Now, one of the hardest stories I did see last night, which is why I want to have this lighter conversation this morning. We're going to cover this later, but we're going to talk about Tyshawn Lee. And Tyshawn Lee mother mugshot popped up. Now, this mugshot probably was a year or 2 ago. And if you don't know who Tyshawn Lee is, Tyshawn was a 9-year-old who was gunned down in the alley of Chicago because of gang retaliation, if I'm not mistaken, like his father and the rival gangs and all of that stuff. And he was targeted. It wasn't an accident. They went and got him, and they did that to that poor baby. So his mom for years just has always admitted to, like, never getting over it, rightfully so, not wanting to be here, all of that stuff, drinking a lot, all that stuff. She admitted to it, right? Then the public, of course, she had a GoFundMe. Now, y'all know about Black people in the GoFundMe. She had a GoFundMe. I think the GoFundMe got to like 17,000, something like that, 15,000. And you know how Black people are with the GoFundMe. She spent all that money on something else, and that money and that, like it was a lot of money or whatever. They was going off on her, and the public turned against her, even though she had lost her son. So she started spiraling and stuff. So anyway, on Facebook, they started reposting her mugshots, right? And the outpour has been amazing of support. People are like coming for whoever posted this mugshot. Like, y'all are not about to do that to Tyshawn Lee mother. You have to give her grace. You don't know what this woman's been through. And I actually saw her post that she's on months and months and months of sobriety now. She's on a sobriety journey. So the story is really good. I want to talk about her and her survival the best way she can right now. Yeah, so that's what I was scrolling last night and ran into how the internet was beating up Tyshawn Lee mother out of nowhere. So that made me think, I don't want to be around people anymore today. And it's something about when you go on to these platforms or you search something else come up. Well, I found this town where the population is 1. Have y'all heard about it? Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat. It's population 1, and it's in Nebraska. So that's what we're going to talk about. So this is where we should probably go for New Year if we don't want to be around people. Maybe it'll be population maybe 2 or 3 or 4. But this is the world's smallest town. So I'm going to start with this first coverage from Hunter Williams, and then we'll work our way over. So I had never knew it could be population 1, but the lady, she's so feisty and mean. I understand. Let's go. Let's go to it. Hit the like button, guys.
This is the world's smallest town with just 1 citizen, 90-year-old Elsie. She is legally the town's mayor, but last week I saw an old interview where she says this.
Anybody comes along and wants a job, they can have it. Be called mayor. I don't care.
So the gang and I hopped on a plane and flew 4 hours to Nebraska and then drove another 3 hours into the middle of nowhere, all the way to the town of Monowai. Thank you, Shopify, for sponsoring part of this video. Okay, here it is. Dude, what the heck? That's
So I want to know how big the town is. Before we even get to this, let's go to Monowai right quick. So it's the least populous incorporated village in the United States by the population of 1. It's in Boyd County, Nebraska, and received national and international attention after the 2010 United States Census recorded only 1 resident in the village, Elsie Eleanor, who serves as its mayor, librarian, clerk, and treasurer. Okay, although the 2020 census listed Monowai's population as 2, this was confirmed to be an example of differential privacy in the census data. She remains the town's sole resident. Now let's see how big this place is. Okay, so it says Elsie is living alone in one of the town's 3 housing units. The others are unoccupied. Okay, let's see. Let's continue. Does that sound like somewhere you could live, guys? Let me know.
to make me mayor.
Just can't believe this.
I know, it's just so insane. It really is. Monowai used to have a population of over 150, but now it's just 1. These houses are abandoned, but some of them still have stuff in them from the early 1900s. I'll probably clean these up once I'm mayor, but Ethan and Dre seem to have their own ideas.
Yeah, this is like perfect for a nightclub, dude.
For a nightclub?
Yes.
Yeah, you not see?
Ethan, so in here we could probably take off the roof. It could be like an outside like dance floor with maybe even like another bar right there.
I mean, that's not possible, any of that.
Yeah, coming from a guy that was impeached as president in high school.
All right, I'll admit it. Back in high school, I was class president until I got kicked out for never showing up to meetings. Truth is, I just wanted the title and didn't want to do any work. That day I was impeached, I let down the boys, and honestly, myself. But this is...
Why is that hilarious? I didn't know you could get impeached. Impeached from high school president, like the yearbook club. Lord.
my shot at redemption. So enough exploring. It's time for us to find Elsie. She runs the Monowai Tavern, so she's probably inside here. This town has a population of 1, but to our surprise, there's actually people in here. But in the back, cooking up food for her customers, Elsie. And she quickly approached us.
Did you post something?
Yes, ma'am. I think so. I ordered us some coffee to try and stall asking the question because honestly, I'm terrified, especially with all these people in here. It's actually crazy, the amount of people that kept coming in who had traveled for hours just to talk to her. Like, she's actually pretty famous. We noticed an area in the back with all of her really important keepsakes like memorabilia and awards.
She just got this on her birthday.
Oh, no way.
She's the admiral.
It ain't even 9 here. We did a commercial for Coke.
No way.
They sent me those.
That is crazy. You said you lived here pretty much your entire life?
Yeah, I was just, I think, a year and a half old when my folks moved.
How am I supposed to ask someone who's lived their entire life in this town to give up their position as mayor? I'm trying to act calm, but my heart is racing right
now. Okay, so like, if you're gonna okay, so who do you pay your taxes to? Who do you pay your water bill to? How did she just buy the land and say, I want to be the owner? Well, she said she'd been there for a year and a half. I mean, since she was a year and a half old. Wow.
now. You're the sheriff, right? Is it the sheriff?
Oh, I even have a badge for that, the sheriff.
Oh, wait, really?
Oh,
No way.
yeah.
That is too cool.
Then you're also the mayor, right?
Huh?
The reason we're here is, so I saw in an interview clip, you said if someone came here and wanted to be mayor, that you would give them the title of mayor.
You'd have to live here. I mean,
Okay.
you'd have to be a resident.
You have to be.
I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I explained to Elsie that I actually have a legal document that she could sign right now that would make me mayor without having to live here. And she was very hesitant. It wasn't a no, but it also wasn't a yes. And look, I get it. She doesn't know anything about me, but I'm not giving up that easily. I promise you, by the end of this video, Elsie isn't going to be the mayor. To convince her,
I feel like that's taking advantage. I feel like he's taking advantage of her. So he's just gonna shove a legal document in her face and be like, you know what? Where's the lady with the dolls at? We need the lady with the doll babies. The dolls are not real. We need her to come into this town. I will make her the mayor first. I don't know about this.
I have what it takes. I'm launching a full political campaign. I'm going all out. So me and the boys went to our hotel to get this thing started. And first, I had Ethan run the numbers to see what our ratings are like. All right, how we looking?
Looks like we're 100% down with women aged 90 and above.
Hilarious. Let's go to that's a mess. That's him at the polls. All right, let's go to this one. I think this one was older. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was playing over here, y'all. I was totally muted. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's see if this works now. So her husband passed away like 14 years ago. She does have a son and a daughter, and she's the only business left standing. Thanks, Scott.
People say, don't they worry about you? And I say, yes, they do worry about me, but they also respect the fact that this is what I want to do. The post office and the little grocery store closed about the same time that we bought this in '71. So that kind of put us into the only business. I open up the bar at 9, and there's trucks coming and salesmen coming and customers coming and some just coming to visit and have a cup of coffee. And they leave messages for one another. They call to see if somebody's here. It's just sort of a meeting place, a hub, and I think everybody feels welcome to come. Everyone needs a place like that, I guess, including myself. Yeah, being I'm the only one here in town, there are other responsibilities besides the bar. I am the mayor and I am the town board, basically, but then I don't worry about elections because there's not much competition. I get kidded about it some, but I tell them, sorry, you're not in the city limits. You can't come in and vote. So,
y'all, hilarious. Did y'all see the look? I just look because I'm sitting here thinking, so this is her tobacco license. And she signs it herself. So her signature's at the bottom. So she just signed her liquor license and her tobacco license. I am done. I'm done.
Limits, you can't come in and vote. So the town of Monowai, and I guess to a certain extent myself, we have become a household word. I don't know, I guess people kind of find it interesting or fascinating or something. And I have people that have been here from 47 of the states, and I've had from 41 or 2 foreign countries. You know, and when you get to be 84 years old, there's a comfort in kind of knowing everybody, and around here, somebody's always checking on me and looking after me and, you know, doing things for me. And so maybe they got me spoiled because they kind of keep track of me and look after me. And yeah, I really, really don't have any desire to live anywhere else. I'm perfectly happy right where I'm at now.
Yeah, I could pack up and go anywhere I wanted to, but this is where I want to be.
Smallest incorporated town in the United States of America. The town of Monowai is located in northern Nebraska, and it has one official resident. Her name is Elsie, and she's the town's mayor, bartender, and librarian. It shows how few people you pass on the road.
That has to be kind of scary. But what about the upkeep? Like, what would the upkeep be? Like, how do you, if nobody's coming, or they're coming and going? So I guess that's a little bit on why the town is falling apart a bit, because you have to have upkeep of some of the buildings or something, right? But if nobody wants to invest in it, and I wonder how open she is to letting people come down and build in the town, in the village. This is just interesting.
Monowai!
Must have come from miles around for lunch. There are 1, 2, 3.
It's a chance to chat with Elsie. Do you like being known as the only resident in the smallest town in America?
It doesn't impress me any. I mean, I don't see what the big deal is. I say the only thing that I do appreciate is the fact that it opened up this area that people see there's something in Nebraska besides I-80 going flat across the state, you know. So they realize that we've got hills and fields and farms and people up here in the northern part. That part, I was about 1.5 years old when my folks moved to this farm just outside of town here.
And you went from 1st to 8th grade?
Here in town. Then I went to high school in Lynch.
Did you ever leave?
Well, we went to Kansas City, and then we took some more training down in Texas, and we worked for Braniff Airline in Dallas, Texas.
What brought you back here?
Just where we both want to be. Same reason I'm still there. That's what I tell people. I'm not here because I have to be. I could pack up and go anywhere I wanted to, but this is where I want to be. His family moved here. We first met, and he was in the 4th grade, and I was in the 3rd grade. Then he went into the Air Force. He was a grade ahead of me. He spent 3 years in Europe, and then when he got back, they let him go down to Offa Air Base here at Omaha. So when we were first married, we lived down there till he got discharged, and then we came back to this area.
You own the tavern?
It'll be 50 years in June.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Do you have a celebration planned?
Everybody else is planning it, I think. I made the mistake of one night telling a bunch of the locals, you know, I said, that'll be 50 years. If I'd have shut up, they wouldn't have connected it up. I said, I think it's about time I just hung it up. And oh boy, did they howl.
How long have you had?
This is cute. So if you don't want to be near anyone, you could just get your own town, y'all. Get your own time. So that's Monowai, Nebraska. I just found that really interesting yesterday and wanted to share. And Miss Elsie is still with us. Okay, so then it's also another town called Hibberts, Maine. I've never been to Maine. When I think about it. Beaufort, Wyoming, Russo, North Dakota, and Drome. Oh, that's in France. Okay. So it's other communities with populations of 1. So yeah, maybe Dalton will be next, guys. You were born in Maine? Oh, wow. Nice. What's going on in Maine? I don't know much about Maine. I really don't know much about Maine, except for, is that like known for seafood, beautiful water, Stephen King books? That's that's about all I know. Let me know if it's any. And now we know Gardis. All the things in Maine. Yeah, what's going on in Maine? This is interesting. I have to look that up. I've never had to go to Maine or thought about going to Maine. So now we got Nebraska on the list. I have not been to Nebraska, but I have been to what was the other thing they said? Wyoming. That was it. Yeah, y'all. So is it beautiful up there? Okay. And I could see that. I could see it's beautiful there. Man, your girl gotta get out the house more. Your girl gotta get out the house. I was looking at, so yeah, I said let me just jump on here right quick because I said, it was just so many hard stories last night that I had went to. I said, well, let me go to doll babies. And after I finished doll babies, I of course went to the lady that was living by herself, population of 1. And it was so funny because they said that Oprah Winfrey and Rosie O'Donnell tried to interview her. And she was like, I don't like Rosie, but I ain't fond of Oprah either. It cracks me up. I said, this lady knows what she wants. She doesn't want to be bothered. She's like, y'all could come and go when y'all want to, but I just don't want to be bothered with anybody. So I'm just going to be here. Population of 1 in a tavern, nonetheless. She's the librarian. She could read a book when she wants to, and she owns the tavern, so she can have her a cocktail when she wants to. And she like living her life. Gardy said, I haven't been since I was born. Oh, you were born on an Air Force base. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. You get to travel. See, I was looking to see if I had doll baby up before we go. Because we have to spend the New Year's with doll baby. Hold on. Let's go to our girl. Because she got fan mail the other day. And yes, I followed the doll baby. Let's see what our girl doing for New Year's Eve. Let's see if the dolls got dressed yet. Because it was a sick day the other day. So the kids had to stay home from school. So let's see. Oh, they opened their presents. Did we see them open their presents yet? Okay, let's start there. They opened their Christmas presents. Hold on. And so, yes, people sent in Christmas gifts for the kids. This is my girl now, y'all. All right, let's see what the doll baby is doing. Let's go on here. Pippa, Santa King, Santa King. Pippa, you go wake up mommy and I'll wake up Adelia. Wake up, baby! Baby, wake up! Santa King! Wake up! Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas, Pippa! Books. Cool. Uh-oh! Santa
sweet girl.
Now I will say a Nancy Drew book. That's a good gift. Nancy Drew was that girl.
Is there something in your stocking?
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, good job, Cozy.
Ma, I need more cookies. There's no found in milk. I need more.
Pippa, don't drink that milk.
I got 2 new books in my stocking. Can we open the presents now, Mommy?
Oh, I need to go make my coffee first. To Layla. To Lottie from Santa. Cozy from Santa.
Mommy, what about me?
To Pippa from Santa.
So what if she forget? So what if she welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary? Well, we talking about the doll babies before I go insane. So what if she forget to wrap one of the dolls' gifts? Like, so Adelia is like, Adelia be running stuff around there, right? So what what if she forget to get something for one, or what if one of the dolls like the other one's gift better? Like, because she be having them fight with each other. So what happens? What happens, y'all?
Santa. To Adelia. From
Oh, look what I got. Love them.
What did Santa Claus bring you? Oh, a little kitty cat, huh? We can put this on your diaper bag.
Look at the doll looking like, the doll is like, no, we can't. Hey, potato. Happy New Year. Could you imagine her being on a date and seeing the look on her date's face when he finds out what she does? Wait a minute. You know what? I was telling my friend, I said, we be laughing. What if this lady is like married with a full, like for real, like she got this full life with a whole husband? Because did y'all, oh my goodness. Hold on. I got some. Wait a minute, did I save it? Hold on. We're going to close it out with a bang.
What did you get? I got Tik Tok. Open your present, baby. Mama, I barely don't know how to open your present.
How sweet.
Mommy, she looks just like me. There's no more. That's all. What's me, dear? Ooh. Pippa, Santa came. Ooh. Pippa, you go wake up Mommy and I'll wake up Adelia. Wake up, baby! Baby, wake up! Santa came! Wake up!
You know what? I be thinking like, okay, couldn't you make, and this is none of my business. Who am I? But I'm what Scott was like, I was just told, I said, not this lady. I got one better for you, potato. I was just told now that it was people like this that contribute to a formula shop. Couldn't you make fake formula? Like a little, what, some, I don't know, some chocolate milk or so. I don't know. Could you make like fake formula? Like formula is expensive. And it's like being way. Now we might get cut off because you know how TLC is. But let's see if we can see a little bit of this. 31-year-old man lives his life as a baby.
This man, obsessed with a child's world,
The guns.
with a nursery to spoil this bouncing baby boy,
They'll always have my pacifier.
and a mommy to take care of him.
So this man This was on that show, Crazy Obsession. This man, he actually puts his own diaper on, or his girlfriend, that's his girlfriend. His girlfriend changes the diaper. Like, and she go to work and she come in and she has to feed him, change his diaper and all that stuff.
I think it's close to nap time.
No. I feel like when I'm wearing a diaper that it's like a constant hug from mommy.
It's your juice. Oh, you're such a good boy. You're gonna eat it all. You think you can be a flower for the little bumblebee to land?
And suddenly you just be like, you know what, life's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's worse. There's things out there worse. What the? Hold on. I'd rather listen to Adelia talk to herself. Hold on.
Adult baby is
Let's see, y'all.
somebody who enjoys dressing up and acting like a baby. And it could be as young as, you know, you want to be a 6-month-old, or you can go up to 2 or 3 years old. It's
Wait. Why does he have the pacifier clipped to him so he don't lose it? Is insane to me. Happy New Year, Tracy. Potato said, oh, hell no. No, can you imagine? Like, he's going poopy. He's going poopy in the diaper. What? Oh, Scott said there's a New York Post article: woman who feeds dolls with real baby formula during global shortage. What? Tracy said, I just got here. This person is the reason I isolate myself.
whatever that feels right for you. I associate most with being 2 years old because I think it's the best of both.
Where did he find that onesie at? Where did he find that onesie at? How much did they pay him for this? How did they build a crib to hold him? TikTok is the modern Jerry's. Man, I had so much fun laughing last night on that on the 90s shows on Shay Channel. It was so funny.
Worlds, you're young enough to still be able to use a crib and a bottle and diapers and all that stuff, but you're also still old enough that you can get around on your own and talk and tell people what you want.
He got a Jack and Coke in that bottle. He got to. He got to. It is no way that he. Somebody said Earth needs to start over. Onesies at a big and tall store. Potato says, I don't want to know where he found it. Some things are better left. Can you imagine he going poopy in there?
Refreshing. Adult baby is somebody.
You know what? On that note, y'all, we saw what we had to see. This man, and he got a girlfriend. Can you imagine? I'd be like, if you don't get your big tail up, get up out of here. What is this? And he hired, I forgot, y'all, he hired a nanny. Hold on.
Wakey, wakey. I like to play or be treated as a baby.
Hi, puppy. Spends around half his life pretending to be an infant. He calls himself an adult baby.
This onesie, it's the onesies he's finding. That's what gets me. It's the outfits. Like, how is he able to find these?
Sandra isn't Stanley's mom, but she cares for him like he's a baby. At home, Stanley lives in a world of babies. He plays with a pacifier, sometimes even wants someone to feed him. With a baby,
I got you there, Stanley. I got
even
you
wants
there.
someone to feed
I
him
got
with
you
a baby
there.
spoon. His mom, but she cares for him like he's a baby. At home, Stanley lives in a world of babies. He plays with a pacifier, sometimes even wants someone.
He's playing with green army men. I had to go back and make sure. Those are too small for a baby to play with. Gotcha, Stanley. You're not supposed to be playing with that. You could swallow those. Mm-hmm. Hey, Charlotte. Is that his girlfriend, his mama, or both? No, I think that's he had somebody, he pays for somebody to come in and care for him until his girlfriend gets off work. Choking hazard, Stanley. We got him. Not no baby. He is not no baby. Trying to pull
To
the
feed
wool
him with a
over
baby
us.
spoon. He fully embraces being a 2-year-old. Bedtime isn't just sleep, it's a story ritual. Diapers? He wears them all the time. And when he curls up in Sandra's arms, he feels completely safe, like nothing in the world could harm him. But Stanley wanted his baby world to feel even more real. So he went to a hardware store, bought wood, and started building a high chair just for adults. He says he's
Okay. All right. Okay, y'all. It was nice knowing y'all. Happy New Year. When Stanley went to Home Depot to start building a high chair, we have to draw the line somewhere. We have to draw the somebody said no way he has a toddler mind and can build a adult high chair.
been planning it for 2 years. He wants it modular, strong enough to hold his weight. It's more than a chair, it's a piece of his comfort, his own way of holding on to security. Some might say he's crazy, but maybe he's just finding peace in a world that feels safe to him. Stanley's story isn't over. Follow me, because the next part is even more amazing.
Let me get up.
See, I'm over here laughing. Stanley got Stanley like, my bills paid, Berg. My bills paid, and I could sit in there and be with a pacifier all day. What is this dude doing? Y'all, it gets stranger and stranger. So now when you see your girl, you be like, what is she up there scrolling? What did Berg find today? Let me get off TikTok. I'm always finding something different. All right, you. Who the hell is going to hold him and burp him? Stanley, deep voice burping. Oh man, with a diaper on. Up next, Dr. Now shows up and tells him he needs help with his obesity. It's like, man, Dr. Now, Dr. Oz, all of them. Now you know who would have, what was his name? Dr. Phil, he would have no mercy. No mercy. So Stanley can be an adult when he wants to. Exactly. Go to Home Depot. Stanley that went to Home Depot and started his whole thing. Like, I don't have time for these people. Yes, I do, because I'm watching it. I appreciate y'all so much. Happy New Year if I don't see you again tonight. And I hope you're enjoying it safe. Get everything you need. Stay inside. It was a snowstorm yesterday, y'all. And I was like, dang it, I didn't have any black eyed peas, but I'm not superstitious like that. But I was like, oh man, I didn't even get any. But you guys, make sure you take care of yourself and each other. And I'm wishing you the best for 2026. Everybody. Okay? Take care of your... Who gonna burp them? Not me. Take care. And I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully I'll see y'all tonight. Stay in and celebrate the new year. Now that's cool. Now that's cool. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with staying in. I hate it because people shoot around here on the New Year's, and I just hate it, y'all. I'll be like, nah. And church lets out at midnight, and that's when everybody got to come in, and it's just a whole thing. So I will see y'all soon, and y'all be safe. Bye.